Days ahead of the sequestration deadline, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security says it has been, is, and will be releasing thousands of undocumented immigrants from detention centers. Here is Maggie Vespa with the celebration and outrage in tonight's Not On Your Side Immigration Watch.
59-year-old Syria Hayes knew on Sunday what millions more are finding out tonight.
Suddenly he's out. I couldn't believe it.
That her brother, Marco Antonio Durazo, held for 4 months at Arizona's Eloy Detention Center, was one of thousands to suddenly walk free.
You know, he's not a criminal. He's not a criminal, and how can you keep it there for so long?
But not everyone is so thrilled with the mass release.
This undermines the rule of law and the whole idea in America that there's consequences for breaking the law.
Pinal County Sheriff Paul Babu condemns the move, calling it a threat to public safety.
Hundreds of criminal illegals being released into the community, many of which weren't even arrested in that local community or in my county.
Sheriff Babu is backed by Senator Jeff Flake and Governor Jan Brewer. Her office released the statement, which reads in part, quote, "This represents a return to exactly the kind of catch and release procedures that have long made a mockery of our country's immigration system." She also argues the move, quote, "threatens public safety."
We believe that these people should not have been detained to begin with.
I also spoke with Alessandra Soler, executive director of the ACLU of Arizona. She disagrees.
They're currently being detained in jail-like conditions for civil violations of immigration law. And so the president announced over 2 years ago, that they were going to overhaul the system to make it less punitive.
A point that Syria Hayes, who is a citizen, says worked in favor of her brother. A resident of Tucson for 20 years, she says he applied for citizenship. He was only detained when police responded to a dispute between his wife and a neighbor.
We are good people. You know, they just come here to make better for everybody, for us, and just learn a better life and just live a good life.
And DHS has said those chosen for release are nonviolent. Meanwhile, the catalyst of all this is obviously money. The National Immigration Forum estimates it costs between $122 and $164 per day to hold just one detainee. Alternative forms of detention, Guy, range from $14 down to 13 cents.
Now, we hear promises of detainees returning to their court hearings, but many argue once they're out, they will flee from the system altogether.
That's right. We heard that argument today, and Soler from the ACLU believes it's unlikely since those who are being released, like Durazo, have roots, meaning family and jobs, in this area, but remains to be seen at this time.
Thank you, Maggie.